Howdy, this is Ed Darty, the CNC Dude, a CNC machining instructor at Suncoast Technical College in Sarasota, Florida. Just freshly back from the International Manufacturing Technology Show, also known as IMTS, only held every 2 years. This is the 2022 edition from McCormick Place in Chicago, Illinois. It's only the second time I've been. I've been in 2018. But before that, my awareness of the show began with my first machining job in 1985 when I worked at Methods Machine Tools, who is a machine tool dealer who did displays at the same show. And we sold Matsura and Moriseki CNC machines. And we used to have to do some prep work for the demos that they would do out there. I actually remember one because I think they had a lathe set up to cut like Hastelloy, and I think they were teamed up with Kenamel to demo their cutting tools. So I would ask, I've been to other shows like at East Tech, and a lot of people are doing like how fast can the machine run. They'll have a lot of aluminum there flying through the chips. But people, if they come up and they see steel cutting, they'll ask what kind of metal you're cutting, and they'll say 1018 cold rolled, or they say Hastelloy. Like, ooh, people that know what they're talking about know what that is. So if they see that thing chopping right through it, it's impressive. So anyway, this is me getting off the tram from the airport, finally recovering somewhat from my long journey back. I missed my flight by 2 minutes. It was the end of the day. My feet were killing me. I wasn't very happy at the airport in Chicago, but here I am in Tampa. And I'm wearing my Mighty Bite hat, my Titans of CNC shirt, which were both given to me. So very humbled to be able to have people give me stuff. So anyway, let's start off with the little pictures here. We get let's see. We got Andrew Crow, Andrew the Manufacturing Crow, or Drew, as we also call him. He's been hitting a lot of the circuit now, and he was doing I think an event an hour at IMTS. He was also there to pitch Project MFG down in the student summit area, which was in the North Building, and it had a lot of students coming through there. They bust them in from locally. And there were a lot of displays down there. We had Mastercam, we had Autodesk, Haas had a display down there, the Fanuc crew had a display. There's a lot of mechatronic people down there from Festo or those kind of people. I got to meet another friend of mine, Brian Cam, from the Space Coast apprenticeship program. A lot of people that I've known for quite a while. Jeremy Bout from Edge Factor. I was glad to see him again. Seeing all the Haas people like Tony Neary. Got to see Megan from Mastercam. I hadn't seen since she toured our facility quite a long time ago. But yeah, there was a very nice crew down there. I spent a lot of time talking. Saw Montez from NIMS. Saw my old buddy Chris Bien from Immerse to Learn. And we would actually demonstrate how companies would come by and they say how they need more training programs. I remember we met two fellows from the Long Island area, and they said that their training in Long Island is not as good as some other parts of the state, and they were trying to improve that. So we're showing the online system and how we use it, and how I used it at my school, and how I taught with no machines for 4 months just using online training. So, and then they had a stage there where people do presentations. I saw Andrew do a presentation in Project MFG. There was some of the other teams that had been in the competition there speaking. People that ran the competition like Ray Dick. So very good, very, very, very good student summit area. Lots of students coming through there, seeing a lot of robotics like Fanuc robots and I forget the other brands, stuff like that. So that was a very good area. Saw Tim Paul again from Autodesk Fusion 360, the manufacturing segment. They were giving away some good demo stuff like a project to make a base for a 6-inch caliper. It was actually a pretty good project. That's useful. So things like that. And I think the Haas booth was making them. So just it was a production flow going on over there. So I saw Andrew. We hung out a few times, but he's got a lot of energy. So, but I think he was even wearing himself a little thin. So, but it's great to see everybody again. So here we are, right, taking a picture here after he spoke at the student summit downstairs. So I can't say enough about Andrew. We talk a lot about how can we get more people that need to work into the workforce, and how manufacturing is a great path for people. So I hope we can work again on a lot of different projects and see where we can go with this. So it was great to see you again, Andrew, and I'm sure we'll be speaking soon. His specific one is called the New American Manufacturing Renaissance Tour. So if you see him coming to town, a big thing of what he's doing is getting middle school and high school kids to come, and you'll do a talk with them, and there'll be some swag giveaways. But anyway, we'll talk about his path to manufacturing and how that even when he had some problems in his past, he was able to overcome them and learn that he had a skill and he can earn money in a normal way, and able to provide for his family and his kids. So he wanted to pass that along to a lot of people, like inner city and people that maybe tripped a little bit in life and need a new direction. And manufacturing is a perfect place for that. The manufacturing is more about how you perform today versus what you did yesterday. It's all about today going forward. He's also been the spokesman for Project MFG Clash of Trades Season 2. This is one of the teams here, which happens to be the team from my school, STC, Suncoast Technical College, the red team as we call ourselves. And we were called the underdogs because we were the only ones that ended up in the finals that did not have a 5-axis machine to use and practice projects on. So anytime we were at the competition was either the first or the second time they ran that specific machine, and concepts and setups, stuff like that. So we could do pretty much everything up to making actual parts that were exactly like what the ones in the competition. But I think we held our own, and we did very, very well. So this is it's a 3-part series on YouTube. I see episode 1, and it was $100,000 to win. So we got 20-minute episodes, about 1 hour total. And you see episode 2's got the 4 teams. We have upper left from Calhoun College from Alabama. Upper right is the mighty red team, Suncoast Technical College. Lower left was the team from SWIC, Southwest Illinois College, next to St. Louis, Missouri. And lower right was Yuba, which was just north of Sacramento, California. It was great to meet all these people and hang out for that whole week when we were competing. So also obviously to do this video series, they had a big video crew there filming all of us that week. So it was a great episode, a great series, and just even to be participating in an event and meeting other instructors, seeing different schools, talking about how we teach, how we workforce talk, all kinds of everything around our trades, I guess. And to see these people work as teams, and Project MFG being a simulation of a 2-day work day, pretty much 2 8-hour days, and how they're able to make the project to spec, on time, and on budget. That was the whole goal of the program. So this year, I've been going around encouraging other schools to participate because I think it's a great, great competition. As I was just poking through my Facebook channel here, this was a picture I put in for, I know it's the Queen's funeral, but the TS line at Midway looked just like this, and I got there too late, and I was 2 minutes late for my flight. And of course, I blame the TSA line, but it was really long. So and I saw a nice AMC Matador X. I had to look that up on. That was when I was coming out of the parking lot. And this is my happy face when I finally get there. And this is after I had some Cheez-Its. And this is my sad face when I miss the plane. So, yeah, me and Andrew taking a picture. It's a nice picture here of a CNC machine intake manifold for a car with throttle body. We thought it was pretty cool. And here we got Barry Setzer from Titans of Machines CMC doing a demo on a DN machine, used to be known as Doosan, a BMB 5700. And we got to chat a bit and, relaxed atmosphere and be able to talk a bit. So it was really great to talk to Barry. And Barry was talking about that Titan has got a lot of energy and he could still throw a punch because he hurt his ribs when they were wrestling in the elevator. In the Haas booth, we were looking at this new UMC 350. It's like the mini-me of 5-axis, the Universal Machine Series, I guess they call it. And we noticed it was made out of a previous machine called the DM1 or the DM2. And they put a TRT rotary table in there. So it's a dedicated 5-axis machine on a smaller scale. I think it's a pretty good size. We were actually going to put a table about this size in our VF2, but I heard the price was around $100,000. They haven't published it yet, but it's coming out fourth quarter. But it's a cool little machine there. So doing demos of that. I did a quick little recording in the Haas booth. They got a Formula One car there. This is my old friend Mark Terryberry talking there. We got to chat a few times. He's a really great guy, and he takes time with everybody that comes up to him. Take pictures with him, just talk with them. He's a natural. I mean, we just talking like G12 and G13 codes and stuff. Yeah, but great guy to talk to. I think probably that it'd be nice to be able to sit down somewhere in a quiet area. This is probably not the best place to try to chat with somebody and develop more of a friendship relationship. I was calling this another mini-me compliment here. They have the biggest tilting rotary table and the smallest tilting rotary table on top of each other here. So Haas was actually known for rotary tables before they made machines. They built a little 5C indexer and they built a box that attached to any CNC machine. We used to use them back in the 80s. So we were all familiar with them. So some other pictures around the show. Of course, anybody who's everybody is there. Mazak, Kirko, Miltronics. There's a million pictures there. More pictures of the booth, of the video. This is actually from 4 years ago. It was Titan doing a chalk with the Baking Chips podcast. I like listening to them all the time. I can't believe it's been 4 years. I've been listening to their podcast. Like Tony Neary from Haas Education is up there talking, but that was 4 years ago. So, and what else do we have? I actually saw a demo of this vise. It's got sliding clamping system, so it can adjust to any kind of profile you could think of. It looks usable. I say they're offering a 30-day free trial. If you're not sure, you can buy it and try it. And it's really, you can buy the whole vise or you can just buy the top parts. It's made to fit on a Kurt vise and all the universal style vices. Oh, I just bumped into another one here. This is a promotion on the Clash of Trades Project MFG Season 2 video. And of course, there's the Mighty Red team there talking with Andrew. And a lot of these guys actually they chat each other all the time. I noticed that. So Andrew's he's a real deal also, like Mark, like a lot of people I know. They're just, they're a real thing, and we all talk the common talk. So it's sort of like we don't have to explain what machining is, what CNC is, what G code is. We all know that stuff. We can kind of talk on another level versus like talking to my wife Mary about G code. She has no idea what I'm talking about. Of course, my highlight of the weekend was this: meeting Titan Gilroy one more time. The last time I met him was in 2015 at Central Maine Community College at the Haas H-Tech conference there. He was the speaker at the time. in 2015, which is 7 years ago. But he recognized me. I was watching him at the United Grinding booth. I was actually passing through to get back to the Student Summit, and I saw him and his crew there, and I saw he was taking pictures with all his fans and followers, and he actually waved and recognized me. I was very humbled by that. I teach using his teachings from his Titans of CNC Academy, and I follow all his projects, and I also post our successes of our projects online all the time. It's for the students to gain some pride from, and also to show other people that it's a good system that works very well. Perfect, as Titan would say. And he pulled me in and said, let's take a picture together. And he says, and here's a shirt. So I'm all for that. And I look good in black, and I understand now why. The design of his shirt and exactly where the logo is and stuff like that. It makes us look pretty good. So, but he is the real deal. I'll tell you, every time I've met him, even like chatting online or stuff like that, he goes out of his way to make sure he connects with you, and not just a hello either. It's a little bit deeper conversation. I was congratulating him on his venture into the certifications, and I think how that's going to be a good add-on to our workforce and teaching in the industry. So it's really good to see him, and he's, like I said, he's the real deal. He's really good, and I think he's been a tremendous asset for our industry. So that pretty much wraps up my IMTS. Now that I've had like more than 24 hours of resting, I have a little bit more energy now. But I'll tell you, you got to be in shape when you go to IMTS. It's a lot of walking. My fellow teacher from Montana, Auburn, I ran into, and he had been there 3 days already, so he did 17 miles. I noticed I had a lot of steps on my Samsung watch, but I think I was expressing that I think I would rather come to this show than go to Disney World, and I probably should have planned it like that, like all week with rest periods, and like have the hotel nearby, go back, lay down for a while, come back out again. That's what I see people do at Disney all the time, that they get the hotels like right next to the park, and they'll come back in and out a couple of times because they'll go back and rest for a while and eat, come back again. You need that rest period. But just to see, and you can actually talk more and see more, because a lot of time you're just like blowing by stuff. I actually ran into two people I used to work with at a company that started off as called Sanders Associates in Nashua, New Hampshire. We were bought by Lockheed Martin, and then we were bought by British Aerospace, and then we were bought by a private company called PGM. And that was in Manchester, New Hampshire. So one fellow that he came in probably late in my working there, and he was letting me know that he was happy and that I was able to help him and teach him some stuff. So he's actually done very well. He's the head of a quality control department at a place that has 9 CMMs. So, and that must be a high-level shop now. Another fellow, Bob, that I used to work with, we were actually hired at the same time as senior CNC setup dudes, working night shift at the Lockheed plant. And now he works in sales with the YG Tool Company, and he's actually sent me some demo tools like thread mills and stuff like that. But it was good to see him again. We just talking about the old days when we were on the shop floor working. So it was really great. Got to see a lot of people. I even saw somebody I just did a wait. Hey, he's going up the escalator, I'm going down the escalator. So there's just so many people there that in the industry that. I think I almost recognize half the people. I think maybe because they all look kind of like the same people I see in a shop. So, but anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. It's almost 20 minutes now, and just wanted to say glad to be home and glad to rest up. But I wish I was there all week long. So it's a great event. If you ever get a chance to go, or go to a local event like East Tech or South Tech, I think they have, or East Tech I used to go to in New England. And these are all good events to go to learn more about your industry, and you can enjoy what you do, and you get a chance to show people what you do. This is probably the best place to do it. You could do that, or a demo day at your CNC machine tool dealer, like Haas does demo days. Anytime you get an opportunity to, you can teach yourself more, maybe advance your company or advance your skills. It's all good. So anyway, CNC Dude signing off. Talk to you later.